You're listening to Exploring Anime with Friends, a JMO for Real podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all major podcasting networks. I'm your host, JMO! And today's friend is my wife and co-host. How's it going today, Sarah?
Hi, everyone. It's going great today.
Awesome. Are you ready for today's special edition of Exploring Anime with Friends?
I am.
In this special edition, we will be covering the Crunchyroll Awards, who we have voted for, and we'll do a follow-up to this after the awards are awarded and everything, and we will maybe even do a live show, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, do a live show, get some of you
but
calling in and get some feedback with all of that as to your reaction to the awards as they're going on. But either way, kind of excited. This will be for the 2025 Crunchyroll Awards. It's who we voted for. By the time you hear this, the voting will be over. But yeah, so let's dive right in. This is the 2025 Crunchyroll Award ballot. And we're just going to start from the top. We're doing a show vote right now. That's what we're doing. So Sarah will give her opinion, I will give my opinion, and then we'll compromise somewhere in the middle. All right?
Sounds good.
So for the show vote, remember, if you like what you hear today, follow us on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. The big one, Anime of the Year. The options were Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Run Beyond Journey's End, Kaiju No. 8, Solo Leveling, and The Apothecary Diaries. All right, so my take is not spicy, so I'll go first. I don't know if Sarah's is spicy or not, but honestly, I feel like you can make a case for a lot of them with the exception of one thing. You can't make a case for any of them with Free Run Beyond Journey's End on the list. That's all I'm saying. Like, you guys have heard multiple times on this show my opinion of Free Run Beyond Journey's End, and I'm not going to continue to beat you with a dead horse. It was a perfectly made anime, and if the second season is as good as the first, which January of 2026, we will find out, if it's anything like the first, this could potentially turn into one of the greatest anime of all time. All right, Sarah, what are you thinking?
I agree, to be honest. Way back when we did like a recap of the previous season of what we did, and I had Dan to Dan listed as my top.
Mm-hmm.
Dan to Dan can still be like my personal favorite, but Free Run can, to me, still also be a step above. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Free Run was amazing, start to finish. I loved it. I love Dan to Dan. I love Kaiju No. 8. Some of these I didn't see. I'm sorry to you who are listening. Some of these I did not see.
I've seen them all.
You've seen them all. I still believe that Free Run's top notch. These were all top notch from what I've heard about the ones I didn't see. But Free Run is my number one.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, the other four, any other year, not against Free Run, you could make a case for any of them, in my opinion. And honestly, with Solo Leveling, you might be able to make a case versus Free Run. All right, we locked it in. Free Run has been locked in. And as I said before, this is the official show one, so I'm going to be using my JMail for Real account on this one. All right, after that, we will move on to the film of the year. And we will start with Look Back, Mononoke the Movie, The Phantom in the Rain, My Hero Academia, You're Next, Spy Family Code White, and The Colors Within. I'm going to be honest, I've only seen about half this list right now. Also, Haiku the Dumpster Battle. Wow, I skipped right over that one right at the beginning. My apologies there to Haiku the Dumpster Battle. As far as I'm concerned, whether I love the ending of Look Back or not, Look Back was an amazing movie. Again, I didn't love the ending of Look Back, but I thought the background in Look Back was amazing. I thought the soundtrack was amazing. I thought the characters were relatable, and I thought it really depicted the art industry really well. What about you, Sarah?
So, I will agree that Look Back was amazing, but as a Spy Family enthusiast, I absolutely loved Spy Family Code White. If you don't get it, fine. You don't get it. I was laughing. I was having a good time. I had the moment where I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? It was great. I loved it. So I'm going to have to vote for Spy Family Code White.
Okay, so what are we going to do here for the official show one? I'm trying to think really quick. I get this one, you get the next one, you get this one, I get the next one, or are you going to try to talk me over to Spy Family? Which I thought was a kind of
I don't think I can talk you over it. So.
All right, so you're going to give me Look Back here, and I'll give you the next one, okay?
Sure.
Officially, Look Back is there. All right, after that, best continuing series. We got Bleach, we got Demon Slayer, we got My Hero Academia, we have One Piece, we have Oshinoko, we have Spy Family. Let's go into here. Let me give you a chance to go first on this one.
All right, as a Spy Family enthusiast, I'm just kidding. Honestly, Spy Family was great, but My Hero Academia Season 7 was fantastic.
Wow, so we are 100% in agreement.
Awesome.
By far the best season of My Hero Academia, and I ain't even going to argue. I've seen all but 2 of these.
Yeah.
And yeah, My Hero Academia, Season 7.
Yep.
Let's lock it in. And really looking forward to the conclusion in Season 8 next year.
Oh my gosh, yes.
100%. All right, best new series. Wow, this looks like the exact list as...
Jeez.
This looks like the exact list that we had
It is literally.
for best anime, yeah. So once again, Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Frieren, Kaiju, Solo, and Apothecary. I mean, it would be a pretty big double standard if we were to vote anything but Frieren here. Like, I get the whole wanting to get on multiple and whatnot, but I think, yeah, we got that covered, right?
I agree.
All right, best animation.
Ooh,
Looking down
tough.
this list for Elusive Samurai, and Elusive Samurai is not on this list.
What is that?
Yeah, no, this is bogus. This is not
Absolutely
a complete
bogus.
list without Elusive Samurai on it because it was by far the best animation of the year. And I don't care, fight me on it if you want to. Leave a comment on YouTube. Like, I'll argue the Elusive Samurai the whole time. But I guess our options are Dan to Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Frieren, Kaiju, and Solo Leveling. And as far as I'm concerned, when I looked at all of these, the only one super impressed with the animation was Dan to Dan. Like, I thought that they were all really well done. Mm-hmm. But I'm voting Dan to Dan for the animation. How about you, Sarah?
It was very close for me on this one. Because I do definitely appreciate Dan to Dan was one of the 2, but I really liked how they did Kaiju number 8 and the different Kaijus, and just as a whole, like, I liked it more than I did like Dan to Dan as far as animation goes. Both were great, though. There's a reason they're on this list. Like,
I'm not going to argue with Kaiju number 8. I would argue versus Elusive Samurai.
Yeah.
Let's do Kaiju number 8.
Okay.
Got the official vote in. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bang, boom. Moving on to best character design. We got Dan to Dan, Delicious, Demon Slayer, Frieren, Kaiju, and Apothecary Diaries. And to be completely honest, I'm a little off the Dan to Dan one here because as amazing as I thought the animation was, I don't think the character design was as well as the character design was in Kaiju number 8. So what about you? You definitely went Dan to Dan here over Kaiju.
Well, because I love the way Okaru looks when he's got, like, the freaking whatever it was going on. And
okay, I'll give you this one. So we'll get one Dan to Dan on and one Kaiju on. But that's, oh, my goodness.
Not that there was anything wrong with Kaiju number 8 would have been my second there. Again, like, just the same thing we just did, but reversed. But, like, the fact that we did that was hilarious.
That is funny. Okay, moving right along. Wrong. I was trying to sound like a Muppet more than anything there.
That was kind of Muppety.
All right, so best director. I guess moving right along. That's less than 6 seconds. We don't have to pay royalties, right? Best director. We have Yamashiro from Dan to Dan. We have Sotozaki from Demon Slayer. We have Sato from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. We have Ishitani from One Piece Fan Letter. Naganumi from Apothecary Diaries, and we have Miyajima from Delicious in Dungeon. So I'm trying to think the best overall, the way that they're presenting the story the best, the best director, the way that everything is flowing together. And for me, I loved the flow and the pacing of Frieren so much. And I haven't seen One Piece Fan Letter. I'm kind of interested. I've seen plenty of, memes and GIFs and whatnot. And yes, it's GIFs, not GIFs. There's another thing to get on me about, but should have spelt it with a J if you wanted it to be GIFs. GIFs the peanut butter, not a moving picture.
Stop.
All right. I'm going with Frieren. And honestly, you're going to really have to fight me on this if it's not.
I mean, I'm not fighting you on this one. First, when I looked at this and I was like, best director. I don't know anything about these directors. Like, I don't know who they are and what they do. But pacing, I agree. Frieren, it was perfect. It was just all great.
All right. Vote is officially cast. Vote is officially in. And we are officially on to the next topic, the best background art. And I already shouted this out. Please tell me Look Back is on this list.
It's
and Look
not.
Back is not on this list. That
these
is
lists?
utterly insane.
That was one of my favorite parts about Look Back, to be honest.
Man.
No disrespect to any other
All
part
right,
of Look
I
Back.
see one I like, though, but we got Dan to Dan, we got Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Freerin, Pluto, and Apothecary Diaries. And if I can't get Look Back, I'm going to take the Apothecary Diaries here. You got a case for anything else other than that? Oh, you didn't see Apothecary
I didn't.
Diaries.
I haven't watched it. It's on
So
my
I guess
to-be
you
watch.
can't make a case for that, but I guess you're going to give this one to me in the end, or?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so what would you make a case for out of what you saw?
Probably Freerin again, because, I mean, I like the more fantasy, less technology world when it comes to watching stuff sometimes.
Would you agree with me that Look Back was the best background art of the year?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm surprised it's not on the list.
Vote is in, and we have Best Romance coming up right now, and I didn't see all these. I saw enough of them to have a good enough opinion. We got A Sign of Affection at the top. We got Blue Box, Too Many Losing Heroines, Ranma 1/2, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and The Dangers in My Heart. And for me, this was A Sign of Affection.
Yeah,
I know it's not the best one on the list. I know it's not. But it's the one that I enjoyed the most. So that's where I'm putting the vote. I think you feel the same way here.
Yep, that's what I would vote to on this.
The story of Yuki and Itsuomi overcoming the barrier, and I think it kind of spoke to me. Best comedy, we got Delicious in Dungeon, we got God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, we got Marshall, we got My Friend Nokotan, we got Ranma 1/2, and we have Spy Family. All right, I saw some of all but one of these. Man, it is actually tough choosing between... I'm not calling Spy Family a comedy. Okay, hold on.
How dare you?
Man.
It's definitely more of a comedy than
I get the
anything
feeling
else.
that if you vote Spy Family here, I'm going to give you the concede. I thought that Marshall was just a little too silly for me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really appreciate Marshall as much. I must have seen it on the wrong night. But the humor that was laced in and out through Delicious in Dungeon, I really appreciate. Where's your vote on this one?
I mean, I'm okay if you go with Delicious in Dungeon as the vote being cast, but I gotta go with my pal Spy Family.
Well, we haven't gotten them on yet, and they were in 3 categories right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you the Spy Family. I really appreciated some of the things that Shellshuck said, and some of the things that Marceline did, and the overall awkwardness that is Laios. But at the same time, I can definitely... Anya is absolutely the best.
Absolutely.
All right, best action.
Oof.
We got Bleach, we got Dan to Dan, Demon Slayer, Kaiju, Solo Leveling, and Windbreaker. And man, I really loved Windbreaker. But I can't say that it was the best action of the year. This is coming down to, I know, I ain't trying to hate on Solo Leveling. I didn't like Solo Leveling as much as Kaiju or Dan to Dan. Ooh. I get it that I'm in the minority. I completely get it that, Solo Leveling has broke a bunch of records and has a bunch of accolades and whatnot. I don't get it. If someone wants to explain it to me, go for it. I think that the best action of the year was Kaiju number 8. I'm sure that someone's going to butt heads with me.
No,
you're not going Dan to Dan over Kaiju number 8.
Listen, personally, I think if I had actually watched Solo Leveling, I would probably be in the Solo Leveling crowd. But I haven't watched it. So, oh my gosh, I love Dan to Dan so much, but I love Dan to Dan for the ship that needs to freaking sail. I love Kaiju number 8 for the ship that needs to sail and these big giant monsters.
Would you have voted for Dan to Dan if it was in the romance category over Sign of Affection?
Well, no, because the romance didn't happen. Now, great, okay, fine. Dan to Dan does have giant monsters too. I don't know. Kaiju number 8 draws me in that kind of way for the action.
Okay, all right.
Maybe it was the characters. Maybe it was the diversity of the different kind of weapons they had.
We'll make the official show vote Kaiju number 8. And I'll note that I'm shouting out Windbreaker too here. So, best Isekai, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Jobless Reincarnation, ReZero, Shangri-La Frontier, which I didn't see the second season yet. We literally just finished the first.
Yeah, we just finished the first.
So I don't know for a fact that it was that I'd even classify it as an Isekai.
Yeah, I really need to look up what an Isekai is because I feel like it's not an isekai, but apparently the world doesn't.
Maybe it becomes an isekai in season 2.
Maybe.
So Suicide Squad isekai, and That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime season 3. I thought Slime season 3 was its weakest season.
That's fair.
So I'm looking through this.
I haven't seen most of these,
and unfortunately, I'm I'm not used to watching good isekai. I'm used to watching crappy isekai.
Fair. I love all of those ones that we watch. Shut up.
Yeah, like it's raising kids
Raising
and campfire
kids.
cooking and boxo.
What was the title of Boxo?
Reincarnated Avenging Machine or something like that. But that's not 2024 anyway.
Oh, no, that's
so
fair,
that's
that's
2023 or 2022. I forget which one it is. I know that I will not give a vote to Jobless Reincarnation just because Iki. And I'm not going to give the vote to Shangri-La Frontier because I'm not convinced it is an isekai with what I've seen up to this point in time. I thought Slime's third season was okay. So I'm voting for something that I've heard a lot of great about that's on my list to get around to watching at some point in time, and that's ReZero.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'll go with that anyways because I agree with you on all the points you said. Every time ReZero pops up on Crunchyroll and we're going to like watch what we need to watch, I'm like, dang, I bet that's really good. Haven't seen it yet, so I don't feel like I can actually...
All right, best drama. Looking down the list for Bartender Glass of God, and it's not here.
Oh,
Let's just go through. We got A Sign of Affection. We got Dead Demons DDD Destruction.
what is that?
I saw like 3 episodes of it before I gave up on it.
Oh, no.
Freerun Beyond Journey's End, Oshi no Ko. We got Pluto, and we got the Apothecary Diaries. And man, I'm trying to think. The part of Freerun that captures me the most, is that drama related? Because I feel like the Apothecary Diaries is actually in contention for this one, but I'm going to stay consistent with where I've been up to this point in time and just back up Freerun on being the legendary anime it is. Where are you
I
going?
mean, that's fair. I'm really struggling, to be honest, because Freerun to me is a mix of drama and fantasy and fighting and like a little bit of slice of life in there. I actually feel like A Sign of Affection is more drama because it's just, to me, it's drama and romance. It's like 2 things as opposed to Freerun that's got like everything.
I don't feel like, I think Sign of Affection had a lot more romance than it did drama.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Unfortunately, the other ones I have not seen these, so I'm only really pulling from these 2. I think we should vote for Freerun, but me personally, I thought Sign of Affection was better in the drama.
Okay.
I don't know if that explains it well.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the way I'm feeling about Apothecary Diaries. So, best main character. We got Freerun, we have Kafka, we have Momo, we have Okarun, we have Mao Mao, and we have Jinwoo. I'm looking down this list, and I'm ready to fight. If you're not on board with me with Kafka, like honestly, as an older guy, I'm 100% sold on Kafka because, he's a working man. He had every opportunity to be beaten down, yet he kept a positive attitude, and he became like, it's like a wish come true and a nightmare come true at the same time, and he took it all in stride. I loved me some Kafka, and I think I said this earlier when we did our Kaiju episode earlier this year, that Kafka is one of the greatest anime protagonists of all time. He's probably number 2 or number 1 on the list with me, and that's with Light Yagami being the other one.
Those are 2 very different characters.
You know what? But 2 perfectly written characters. Do you want to try to make a case for anything else?
No fight. It's Kafka. It really is. Kafka speaks to me as a fellow working class member.
Yeah.
Kafka speaks to me on a level.
I think he really does. All right, moving on. Best supporting character. Is she on here? Yuki? No.
No, but someone else likes on here.
Oh, best supporting character. No, Alia hides her feelings in Russian. No, Yuki.
No Yuki.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is great. We got Fern. We got Himmel. We got Jinsei. We got Psycho. We got Senshi. And we got Turbo Granny. And so we got our reps from 2 from Freerun. We got 1 from Apothecary. We have 2 from Dan to Dan. And we have 1 from Delicious in Dungeon. And as a fan of dwarves and a bearded man, I really feel bad going against Senshi, but give me some Turbo Granny.
You're going to say that.
Turbo Granny.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm kind of confused about Himmel being on the list because I don't feel like he's a supporting character, but I'm going Fern.
You're going Fern?
Going Fern.
All right, so where do we meet here? Like, I'm trying to figure out where, because you couldn't get any more different
Yeah,
than Fern
right?
or Turbo Granny. You're going to make me go off of my jank dark horse here, aren't you?
You can be on your jank dark horse.
Yeah, you're okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Do you even like Turbo Granny?
I mean, she's interesting. I don't not like her.
I feel if you watch Delicious in Dungeon, we could compromise on Senshi here at this point in time, and I would be okay. I feel weird.
I mean, it's on my to be watch list.
I feel weird backing off and going for Fern. So I'll let you pick between Turbo Granny and Senshi.
Go ahead and just do Turbo Granny.
Okay. All right. Oh, we got Turbo Granny. my second favorite anime. No, my third favorite anime character of the year. So behind Kafka and Yuki. Not Yuki from Sign of Affection, though.
I'm very opinionated on this next one, by the way.
Must protect at all costs. We got Anya, we have Frieren, we have Okarun, we have Senshi, we have Hojo, and we have Yuki. So yeah, I mean, I could try to make my case for Senshi, but I'm gonna just make your case for Anya.
Oh my gosh, Anya!
And I'll get the vote in.
Anya's so freaking adorable. Do you guys see her in that dodgeball episode? Did you see her in that episode? She's so.
That's season 1. That's season 1. That's not season 2.
This doesn't specify season 2 right there. It just says Anya.
Okay.
Okay, season 1 is the dodgeball episode, but either way, Anya's adorable. She's the glue that's keeping that family together, for crying out loud, because she knows all their secrets. And
she's going to be the savior of the world.
She's helping them keep the secrets so well. She's adorable.
I'm not convinced that all the people who are on this list belong on this list, but yeah. So
I mean, Okarun I can see.
We got the vote in for Anya. We feel very differently about Okarun.
We do feel very differently about Okarun.
Oh, best anime song. Please tell me. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. No,
it's not on there. Probably.
Oh,
wait, is it Crunchyroll?
No, Go-Go Loser Ranger.
Go-Go Loser Ranger had the best one. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. No, we have some Netflix only stuff on here. Yeah, Delicious in Dungeons, Netflix.
Oh, I didn't realize that. See, that's you can tell I've never watched it.
All right, so oh my goodness, no Go-Go Loser Ranger.
That's terrible.
I'm so sad.
Crunchyroll, you guys need to give us write-in options next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they had a preliminary round.
They probably did.
Man, so the options are Abyss from Kaiju. We have Bling Blang Bang Born from Mashal. We have Fatal from Oshino Ko. We have Level from Solo Leveling. We have Otonoke from Dan to Dan. We have The Brave from Frieren. Okay, so I'm not going Dan to Dan. And honestly, Kaiju was on point with both its opening and closing song. Not as on point as Go-Go Loser Ranger was, but I am 100% for throwing my vote on the Abyss. What about you?
I have to split this because I realize that the Dan to Dan one, man, that thing just shatters my brain every time. And maybe that's what makes it awesome. But Abyss, I can jam to. Like, that's my style. That's what I like. So yeah.
The Dan to Dan one definitely makes me feel more.
Makes you feel something.
Which probably does make it a better one. So I would have listened to going over to your side there. Best score, Bleach. We got Dan to Dan. We got Demon Slayer, Frieren, Look Back, and Solo Leveling. You can fight me all you want here. I'm on Look Back the whole way. We commented so many times that how amazing the soundtrack was.
I 100% agree.
All right, cool. We got the Look Back. And now we're looking forward. Best opening sequence, Abyss, Bling Bang Bang Born, Fatal, Level, Otonoke, and from One Piece, Us. Man. I actually thought the better One Piece song was their closing sequence, so I'm all for just giving it to Abyss again. How about you?
Yeah.
All right, vote is in, and we're on to best closing sequence. Please give us Go-Go Loser Ranger. Please. Of course not. Oh my goodness. We don't even get One Piece's closure here.
Yeah.
I really love the way they did the ending sequence for One Piece this year. And I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. All right. And oh my goodness.
What?
We got a tough one. All right.
Tough one.
We have the closing song from Ranma. We have the closer from Oshino Ko. We have the closer from Elusive Samurai. We have the closer from Kaiju. We have the closer from Solo. We have the closer from Dan to Dan. Oh my goodness. Like, the closing from Kaiju was so perfect and so amazing. I really loved it. But like, I feel like Elusive Samurai got jilted and screwed off of different parts of this list.
No, for sure.
Like, really, people need to watch Elusive Samurai.
It was so great.
We're linking everything that we've done a show for in the show notes for the record, too. And I'm putting Elusive Samurai at the top of the list. And honestly, Kamakuri Style was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it was.
I feel like the Kaiju one was better, but I feel like Elusive Samurai needed to be represented. And I don't know if it's going to get there. We have Beckles from Dan to Dan. They voiced Okaroon. We have, this is for Best English Performance. We have Lee voicing Jin Woo from Solo Leveling. We have voice of Frieren. We have voice of Alia from Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russians. And we have voice of Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon. My favorite voice on this list. This is difficult. I'm either on Senshi or Alia, to be completely honest.
I was either on Freerun or Alia, so maybe we just make it Alia.
All right, so I guess we're on Alia. And honestly, I feel like this probably should win something. I wanted the best supporting character, and I wanted it to be our greatest villain of all time. But I'll take Alia's voice actor. I thought she did an amazing job.
It's a fellow Sarah, too, so maybe I'm a little more inclined to vote for a fellow Sarah.
Okay. And that's the final one. So
there we go.
And I'm going to do the whole share. All right, so I got the screenshot there. We'll have the video display for it. Yeah, tell us what you think. So obviously we're going to try to do something when the winners are officially in and whatnot. And I think we're going to try to do a live show. We're probably going to edit it down to a regular show if nobody shows up to join us. But we're going to record it as a live show.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
All right, so let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So if you like what you heard today, make sure you listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your podcast. Listen to all of our JMill for Real podcasts. And hit us up on social media, like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this was Exploring Anime with Friends. Let's explore together. And now for a word from our sponsors. Binbuster. Live from YouTube, it's Tuesday night, the call sign of the Binbuster YouTube channel. Once you hear this, you know you're about to embark on a journey through pop culture, movies, comics, and more. Buckle up and enjoy the ride every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. EST. Poppin' Cinema with Joe Mama and friends. Showcasing the power of cinema, join Joe Mama as he introduces different friends each week to a movie they have not seen before. Popping their cinematic cherry as they talk about the movie they just watched every Tuesday at midnight.